Let's Uncommon Fossil today. Want to take a look at a Chien-Pao deck. It's very, very powerful, right? So definitely want to take another look at that with Baxcalibur, obviously a potent combination, but wanted to add a little something different to the deck, another threat. So I've added the Kyogre from Crown Zenith. It's got the dynamic wave attack. It's a basic, so you just put it into play, potentially turn you want to use it. Baxcalibur powers it up that turn because it's 4 energy. That's a lot, but Baxcalibur, not a problem there. And for 4 energy, you do put 3 energy attached to this Pokemon in your hand, but again, we have Baxcalibur, so energies in hand is great, especially if our Kyogre gets knocked out. Putting those energies in the hand actually is a good thing, right? That's where we prefer them to be, so we don't have to recover them from the discard pile the following turn if our Kyogre is knocked out. And this Pokemon's attack does 180 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Can be to the active, can be to something on the bench, because obviously your opponent, we have Radiant Greninja in the deck, as you'd expect, so opponents want to get down Manaphy anyway, but hey, first if we take out the Manaphy, then Kyogre can swing to the bench, and even if Manaphy's on the bench, we can do 180 to the active on a single prize attacker, so I think it's a very nice option in the deck. All right, getting to the main components of the Chien-Pao deck. So Chien-Pao 220 HP EX, some decent HP. It has the ability Shivery Chill, which is part of what makes this deck work. Once during a turn, if this Pokemon is the active spot, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic water energies, reveal them, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck. So we need to get energies in hand so we can accelerate them with the Baxcalibur, right? And then this attack is a very powerful attack. It scales so it can one-shot anything in the game. Hail Blade for 2 water energy does 60 damage per water energy we discard from our Pokemon. And of course, we have Baxcalibur, get down as many energies as we want. We have a bunch of energy recovery cards, so it goes hard. Now, this is a very resource-intensive deck and goes through cards fast, so you've got to get going. It's a bit high roll in that it needs to set up fast. Once it does, it's a brutal, brutal beast, but if you don't set up fast, you're going to find yourself in trouble. All right, what else do we have to help set up? We have Radiant Greninja, concealed cards, terrific ability. You discard an energy from hand, which is a water energy in this deck, and then you draw 2 cards, so just a nice, easy engine piece there. And then the attack is a super nice threat, Moonlight Shuriken. For 3 energies, you discard 2 water energies, and it does 92 of your opponent's Pokemon. So your opponent, once they know you're playing back Chien-Pao, and certainly they want to get down a Manaphy, and they will most of the time. We can deal with that, of course, and get it knocked out, and then start swinging to the bench again. And again, it is a single prize attacker, which does have value at times with the prize trait. All right, and I've mentioned Baxcalibur multiple times here because this is super important in the deck. Its super cold ability, as often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic water energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, so unlimited water acceleration. It's from hand, unlike the Gardevoir EX, which puts damage counters on when it accelerates. This does not. Of course, you have to get them in the hand, and you can attack with it for 130, although we really want to save him for his ability to just use that every turn. And then what else do we play in the deck? We do play a Manaphy to protect our bench, right? Keep those Baxcaliburs alive, keep the Bibarels alive. And speaking of Bibarel, play a 2/2 Bibarel line, Industrious Incisor. Such a really nice ability because Path shuts down Chien-Pao, shuts down Radiant Greninja's ability. So Bibarel gets us some draw even if we get Path Iono'd late the game to a small hand. We can get cards into hand to get something to play with. So it's a very useful card in the deck. Oh, in the Baxcalibur line, it's a 3/2, 3 of the basic and 2 of the stage 2. No stage 1, so we are strictly reliant on Rare Candy. And obviously, if ultimately our Baxcaliburs get knocked out and we're out of Rare Candies, we can't get it back into play, then we're in trouble. So that's something we don't want to see happen. Energies, just basic water, 9 copies of that. That should be enough with Chien-Pao's ability to search them out and our ability to recover from the discard. There. All right, getting into the trainers. This plays 4 PokéStop, the stadium, which says once during each player's turn, they may discard the top 3 cards from the deck. If a player discards any item cards this way, they go into their hand. So all the cards get discarded, items go into your hand. So basically an item-heavy card. We only actually, this build, only play 1 supporter because supporters get discarded. And while we certainly want it, we don't want to be, as we lose those supporters, it causes problems. So it's an item-heavy deck. The only supporter we're playing is Irida. We're playing 4 copies. Super, super good for this deck, right? You search your deck for a water Pokemon and an item, put them into your reveal and put into your hand, shuffle your deck. So you get your Baxcalibur and a Rare Candy. With an Irida, you get Radiant Greninja and some other card with it, for instance. So really, really nice card. And of course, if we go second, we can Irida for Battle VIP Pass. So that's good because we need a lot of Pokemon in play. So getting to that, we play 4 Battle VIP Pass because we need to get down a lot of Pokemon early. Other Pokemon search, just 3 of the Nest Ball just due to deck space. I'd like a 4th one, just don't have the space for it here. And 3 of the Ultra Ball, we need to get the Baxcaliburs, and that gets us that as well as the Bibarel, right? Ultra Ball is the way to get that. We play 1 Switch card, and which obviously Chien-Pao needs to get out of the active. We don't want to attack with it, so switch there. And then we do play 4 Cross Switcher. Very, very nice card. Obviously, it is an item, so the PokéStop gets that back for us, which is why this is better in this deck than Boss, right? You have to have 2 Cross Switchers to play them. Then you switch your opponent's Pokemon bench to active, and then you switch your own Pokemon bench to active or active to bench, whichever way. It's it's the same thing, right? But you get to pick when you play them. So a very nice card there. All right, what else do we have here? 3 rare candies. 4, we only need to get 2 Baxcaliburs is all we have. So if one's prized, we should have access to 1 or 2 of them, certainly and hopefully we get those early enough when we need them. And Irida gets it, and of course PokéStop does. Playing 2 Canceling Cologne because this Manaphy is trouble to us. So Canceling Cologne, Cross Switcher, get up the Manaphy in the active, play Canceling Cologne, and hit the Manaphy and take out something on the bench. A nice play there. 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball. We need the Radiant Greninja. We need the Manaphy a lot of times. So just getting a basic out of the prize is very good there. 4 Superior Energy Retrieval. We need energies in hand, especially we're attacking with Chien-Pao a lot because it does the big damage. We need a lot of energies to attach, to discard. So Superior Energy Retrieval, you have to discard 2 cards and you put 4 basic energies from the discard pile into your hand. You can't recover an energy you discarded with Superior Energy Retrieval. So just keep that in mind. If you have, say, an energy in hand, there's 3 in the discard pile. You need to attach all 4. Do not discard the energy from hand thinking you can recover it with Superior Energy Retrieval. You cannot. You can only, if you had 3 to start with, you can only recover those 3. That 4th energy will stay in the discard. So just remember that when you play the cards. 2 Super Rods gets energies back in the deck, which is good, and some Pokemon back into the deck. So nice option there. And then 1 Pokégear 3.0, a very nice card with a deck like this that is item heavy with PokéStop. And you look at the top 7 cards of your deck, put a supporter you find there into hand. Of course, that's Irida. Kind of adds a 5th Irida in a sense into the deck, right? So it just increases the odds of hitting the Irida. So I like that in the deck. So that's the list. I think it's a pretty good list. Let's take a look and see what the deck can do. All right, let's see what we can do with the deck this game. Hopefully we set up well. Hopefully our opponent sets up decently too, right? I mean, a game where you win just because your opponent bricks is not the best thing. I had a recent video where it was just, I think the video was 3 games where my opponent bricked. That's just the way things were going that day. My opponents kept bricking, and what are you going to do? I could have kept playing games. Maybe I should have, but I was like, hey, I want to get on with life. All right, so Chien-Pao in the active is good. Manaphy, Radiant Greninja. So it's not bad. I need to... okay, so what does he evolve into? All right, so that... grab the energies because it thins the deck, right? That's the first and foremost what it does, thins the deck. Let's just take a quick peek here. All right, so Radiant Greninja. Hopefully I hit something. Not sure what this guy evolves into. The Radiant Greninja should be highlighted, right? Because its ability was. All right, well that is awesome, right? That is great. So I will get down a Bidoof into Frigibax. I don't know if I need Manaphy this matchup or not. So I'll attach to the active and end turn. So I can take the easy one-shot next turn, but let's see what happens. Obviously, I might get hand disrupted too, and I don't know what I'm up against. I don't know what this grass guy evolves into. I really don't. So, yeah, I need to know more of the Pokemon in the game, right? It's it'd be more. It would be better for content creation. All right, so it's a Lost Zone deck, I assume. So it's Lost Zone Goodra. Okay. I don't know what this grass Pokemon does. He must have an ability then, because they probably don't play grass energy, right? So maybe it heals. So maybe is this one when you play it, you evolve, you heal? That could be the case, right? So Irida. So Baxcalibur. I don't need Baxcalibur, so what else do I want to get down? Get down. I'll grab another Chien-Pao, I guess. And I will grab the Rare Candy. It gives me the option of getting a ton of energies into play, of course. That's what this does here, right? I have superior energy retreat. All right, so let me get this energy. I need to knock this guy out. That's what I need to do. So I need to... All right, so he's doing what? So I'll bench him. I'll use his ability to start accelerating energies to here. So this should get me knockout, right? So now I will... Yeah, I'm just going to knock him out. My opponent's probably going to concede, I would think. I don't know what they're going to do, but this is bad for them, right? So don't click that other done there, right? It's a little weird. And now I click done. So hit the yellow done button, ends the attack. The way the graphics are, I don't love it. I find I'm always being very careful. I'm always afraid I'm going to click the wrong button. So, I mean, at this point, this could be game here. They might concede because, right, look, I'm going to knock them out. They know. I mean, unless they path me, they're going to knock me out. I'm going to knock them out. They don't know my hand. They don't know I'm guaranteed that I have the superior energy retrieval. But unless they play a path, I'm going to get 2 energies. I'm going to accelerate them. I knock them out. So I don't know. I mean, they should, they don't have that many cards in hand, so their choices are very small, right? I mean, they should maybe just pass or concede. At this point, I think they're, so this deck set up really great once again. Honestly, so I'm getting the deck to set up pretty well, getting Baxcalibur set up quickly, getting the early, the first turn, a good turn one. Okay, so let me do that. Grab the 2 energies. Accelerate the 2 energies and knock them out. So, drag them over because it could go any place. I'll do the big 120. I'll do the full amount. Why not? There's nothing to reduce it, and the fact that it says it's doing 120 means there's not a damage reduction. But just in case, it's my last attack, so it was for game. So anyway, so my opponent bricked again. So sometimes those are the way these days go as well. My elo is low. I'm not I'm 660, so I don't get much above the the Great League. The bottom of the Great League is like 600, and once you get that, you never fall below that level. And it's, you know, playing like a bit of a random assortment of decks and trying out new decks and building new decks, it's hard to make much progress in terms of my rank. So I kind of make sure I get to 600 and then don't worry much about it. So, but if players are like myself trying out random decks, or they're a new player, because at this point if you're a strong player playing strong decks, you're well beyond 600 at this point, is what I'll say, right? We've got things resetting fairly soon. All right, let's take a look at another matchup. Hopefully, we get a competitive game. All right, hopefully this is the big game that I'm excited to show off to everybody, right? Had one game where I bricked, and I've had 2 games where I've won, but my opponent's done nothing, and those games just aren't really exciting, I would say. I may end up uploading them because sometimes that's all you get. So, all right, so I get to go first. Hopefully I get a Battle VIP Pass. I can't play Irida, of course, so the setup is a little less consistent on turn 1, but oh, no! Oh, that's like if I had a basic, that hand is so great. They're making me cry here. 3 Battle VIP Pass, you know. Whatever I could fill my bench up. And if I just had one Pokemon to drop in the active, and now, it's not terrible. It's nowhere near as good. In fact, it's a lot less. I've got to, it's a lot worse. I might even play Pokégear because I need to thin some, right? So get my energies. I need more Pokemon is what needs to happen, right? Let's just, so I really need to hit Battle VIP Pass. That's what needs to happen. I have 3. One of them's prized. Okay, so I've got to get something off this. I'm going to play Pokégear. Okay, I was just hoping to hit an Irida just to thin the deck. Obviously, it's not the smartest use of it, but I've got to get Pokemon down, right? I'm up against... okay, so... I'm going to... I have the rods, right? So I guess I get rid of both energies. Get a Frigibax down. And end turn. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I'm sorry, I have Rod. I don't have superior energy retrieval. So they don't go into hand. At this point, I get 2 energies from Chien-Pao still. So I have Irida. So it's a Charizard deck. Okay. Charizard. So maybe it's just a Kirlia engine then. So maybe I misspoke. Maybe it's Charizard with Kirlia. So, yep, that's a nice card for them. Battle VIP Pass, of course, is a very nice card. Probably should have played that first just to thin the deck. All right, so they're going to do a second Mew this turn, I assume. Right, now they can retreat. Worker to draw 3. Okay, so Worker's there, and it bumps a Stadium, right? As we read it, okay, they could have used other Mew, but they decided to wait on it. All right, what do I want to get down here? I need a Baxcalibur, and what else do I grab? So hang on. I have Baxcalibur. What do I want for an item card, right? That's the big question here, right? Maybe I mean, honestly, if I can take him out, if I can take out the Charizard, that would make me very, very happy, right? Ooh, I don't have energy. Okay, let me grab my energies. That's okay. Grab my energies. Energy. I need to hit energy too, though, right? I have options there. All right, so let me... so I can get energy back now. That's not great. It's not great, is it? So, Rare Candy. I have what I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't get all this energy back, can I? So I need to discard 2 cards, right? I don't think I can. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I can take him out, can't I? So let me get rid of this and get rid of this guy. I'll get 4 energies. So I can take out, I realized I can, right? I'm a little slow in the uptake, sorry. But I can use my Radiant Greninja. So let's start getting these things around here. 2 here and 3 here. I'm going to need to recover that energy next turn, just so you know. But let me retreat here because I want to take him out. Take out the Charmander, right? That is nice for sure. No, I'm not going to recover. I don't, I wish I had more resources right now. That is the one problem I have. I'll take out the Mew with the energy, right? Because that, he's a pivot. They can retreat him off, so knocking him out, I think, was the right play. All right, so I've got a second Cross Switcher, so that's really good there. Got an Irida. That's really good, too. I would like to get down, All right, so I have a bunch of energy in the discard pile. Taking 2 prizes was awesome there. Taking out the Charmander was tremendous, right? That puts me in good shape for this game. So my opponent's kind of scrambling now, right? Once they evolve to Charizard, it's pretty scary. So I have the Cross Switcher too. So that means if they get down a Charmander, I could take that out. So there we go. The deck setting up. My opponent, that game, look, I was able to pull off the Radiant Greninja turn 2 and on my second turn, and just took them out with that. Took out their one attacker, right? If they had another Charmander down, well, I would have taken out 2 Charmanders anyway. So the deck, it's a beast of a deck. I didn't in these games utilize the Kyogre, right? It's a fun card to have in the deck. Does it make the deck better? I'm not probably honestly on the big picture, probably not. You could drop it for something else to make the deck a little more consistent, probably. But hey, look, whether you include the Kyogre or not, Chien-Pao Baxcalibur, tremendous combo. You just need to you do need a solid first turn. But once that happens, you're in great shape. So definitely a strong deck. Don't be afraid to take it and try it out. Take care.